Yo, what's going on, guys? Fire. Today I'll be showing you guys how to make an esports gaming thumbnail just like this for Valorant. Pretty easy to make, so let's get started. First of all, you want to make a new document. Make it 1920 by 1080, 300 resolution, and press create. Alright, so it should look like this. Go to the description and download this pack down below. It's free. It's from Jurgis. Go into the screenshots and just choose any screenshot or background. So I just chose this one right here and I just dragged it in here. Now, while you have this selected, press Control Shift U, and then that'll make it gray. And now you want to add a new hue and saturation layer down here. Hit colorize and then make it any color you want. So I'm gonna just make it like orange. Now you want to go back into the Valorant pack and then choose these characters. You can choose whoever you want to. I'm just gonna choose this one. I'm gonna drag it in here like this, resize it a bit. Drag it in there. You want to go into my pack right here. I'll link it in the description. You guys can get it if you want to. And then you want to go into the brushes. Go into the brushes and then you want to get this brush right here and then drag it in. Once it's in there, just make it a little bigger and then just rotate it around like that. You want to duplicate it too. Have it like that. And then take out your brush, make it hard, and then have it white. And then just color around the sides. Now it should look like that. Now you want to change the blending mode to hue. Add another hue and saturation layer. Saturate it a little bit like that. Just move it down and just move the lightness down just a bit like that, and then create clipping mask onto the skin. And then you want to go into Google and then find a picture of the pro you're using for Valorant or whatever picture you guys want. And I'm going to just choose maybe this one. I'm going to copy image and Control V to paste it in like that, and then make it a little bigger. It's not going to be HD, but honestly that's fine. And then you just want to cut it out. And then once you pen tool it out, you want to right click, make selection, press OK, and then make a mask. And it should look like that. I'm not going to cut the hair out too perfectly, so it's just going to look like that or whatever. You guys can take more time if you want, but yeah, but one thing you could do is just double click the mask on this tool right here and then just refine the edges like that. And add a hue and saturation layer. Make it all the way black and white. And then you want to press Control I to invert it. Create clipping mask. Just color in the blue parts of the hair. And that looks a little better. Now, we just want to put it over the character like that. Does not have to be perfect, by the way, guys. So, something like that. And then, make a mask on the Phoenix skin, or whatever skin you want to use. And just delete out the parts that's showing behind. And then, on the face right here, double click the layer. So, open up the layer styles. Add a drop shadow. You can add something light like that. It should look like that now. And then now, what you also want to do is make another hue and saturation layer. Put the saturation down just a little bit like that. Add a brightness and contrast layer. Turn down the brightness. Add some contrast. Like that. It'll show like this. Now I'm going to group both the face and the Phoenix skin. So just select them both. Control G to group them. And I'm going to add a new solid color. I'm going to make it white. And then Control I to invert it. I'm just going to paint around the back with a soft brush, so like something like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not going to make it too perfect for the sake of the video. Now I make a new solid color, white. Create the clipping mask onto the face. Control I to invert it, and then just paint around the edges of him. And you don't have to make these highlights too perfect because it doesn't really matter, but you can if you want. I'm not going to make it too perfect. I'm going to just go around. Like that's fine. It doesn't have to be too perfect. And then you want to make another solid color. Make it white. And then clip it onto the skin. Control I to invert. And then do the same thing. And then you want to add an exposure layer to the skin. So I'll make it the first layer down here. And then just move it down just a bit like that. And then just duplicate this. Create clipping mask. And then drag it onto the face right here. And then it just darkens this a little bit too. And I'm just going to erase some parts of it up here. So it just gives it a little darkness. All right, after you have that done, now I'm going to add some text. I'm going to make a new text layer. And then you just want to type in whatever text you want to. So I'm going to do this. And just resize it to whatever you guys want to. All right, so it should look like that now. So now you want to go into the layer styles for the first text. So I'm going to do this text first. Add a gradient overlay. And then you just want to make it like slightly gray but like also white, so it's just right there. and click on the other one and just make it slightly gray. You just want to add a slight gradient to it like that. Then click OK. For the bottom text, we're going to make it like an orange color. So gradient overlay, add an orange color like that, I'm going to reverse it. That's fine right there. So you want to select both the text and then group them and take these two again. Control J to duplicate and then Control E to merge them, move them down, and press Control T. And then on the height right here, change it to 99. Press enter twice. And then you want to hold Control, Alt, and then Shift, and then spam T like a few times. As you see, I duplicated it until there were 16 copies, and then I select them all. Press Control E, and then Control U, and then turn the lightness down. I do it that much. That's fine right there. Press enter. Now you want to go back into the text and add an inner shadow for this. And then here are the settings for the inner shadow. I have it on 100% opacity, overlay, and then just 3 distance, and then 0 on the rest. And you're going to do that same thing to both the text. As you see, it has this top part right here. So now you want to select everything, including the 3D part of the text. Control J, Control E, move it all the way to the bottom. Control U, and then you want to make it black like that. Now you want to go to filter, other, minimum, and then just make it a little bigger like that. I'm going to do 33. Something like that is good. And then I'm going to press Control U again. And then probably turn the lightness up by like 5. Alright, so I just turn the lightness up by 13. And then press OK. And then you want to open up the layer styles for this back black layer right here. And then add a stroke. Put it on the inside or the outside. It doesn't really matter. And then you just want to make it the same orange as this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just close to the color. And then press OK. Now it should look like that. That's basically the text. Alright, so now what you want to do is go back into the layer styles for this back black layer. Add a drop shadow, and then just like make it a little harsh but not too harsh. Something like that is good. I'm gonna move the text over just a little bit like that. That's fine. All right, so now you're basically done here, but now we're gonna add just a little more effects and everything like that. All right, so I dragged in this color correction right here. You guys can download it. I'm gonna have a whole PSD of assets just in the description down below. I'm gonna link out the PSD. You just want to download it and then drag in this CC right here. As you see, makes it a little nicer and stuff. All right, so on Google, I just found an image of this right here, like a gene thingy, whatever you call these. And I'm just going to drag it in and then rotate it and then just place it somewhere. All right, so I just placed it behind the text. I'm going to make it a little bigger like that. As you see, so I'll put it right there. I'm going to add a new hue and saturation layer and clip it onto the PNG. And then I'm going to click colorize, and I'm going to make it orange. Saturation up a little bit, maybe a little bit more lightness. That's fine right there. And then I'm going to double click on the layer, add a drop shadow to it, make it a little bit more visible. You guys can make it harsh if you want to. I'm going to make it pretty harsh like that. And then I'm going to duplicate this whole thing, and then I'm going to just move it over back right here. And then for this one, I'm going to actually just turn the drop shadow a little bit lighter. And I'm going to go filter, blur, motion blur, and then just blur it just a bit like that. I'm going to make it like 6. And then I'm going to duplicate it once more. Put one right here maybe. So now above the text layer, you want to make a new solid color. Then make it like orange. And then press OK. Then Control I to invert the mask. And then change it to linear dodge add. And I'm going to make it about like 25%. And now you just want to color over the orange parts like this. Something like that is fine. Gives it a little glow. Perfect. I'm gonna make another solid color layer, make it white, and Control I, make it linear dodge add, make it 25%, and then just brush over the glow like that. Just give it some more glow. By the way, guys, you guys can take more time on this if you want to, but I'm just rushing. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, when you're on a mask, remember to always be on white to brush, and then black is to erase. Alright, but it should look like this. So now we're basically done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna remove this back layer right here, and then I'm gonna group everything. Control G, Control J, Control E. That merges everything. And then I'm going to press C, and I'm going to press enter. And then press enter again, and then that crops it. So now it's fitting. And now what you want to do is right click on this, make it a smart object, and go to filter, magic bullet looks. And then by the way, guys, this is a plugin. You guys can get this plugin if you want to. I'm pretty sure there's videos out there on how to get this, but just search up how to get magic bullet looks for Photoshop. Alright, but here is my preset right here that I have. It's going to be in the PSD down below. So if you guys want to get that, then get that. Press finished. Here's how it looks now. I'll go to filter, camera raw filter, and then just go to basic right here, and then just change whatever you want to. Alright, so once you finished all the effects on camera raw, you can just press OK. That makes a pretty big difference. You guys can adjust to however you guys want, but I'm just going to keep it like this for now. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to do too much to it. I'm going to go to filter again, sharpen, smart sharpen, and I'll make it 201, 10, remove lens blur. Press OK. Go to filter, noise, add noise, and then I add 2, distribution uniform. Then I'm going to duplicate this layer, right click it, then rasterize layer, and then make sure you have black and white selected. Then go to filter, render, clouds, and then make it soft light, and then make it 25. And I'm gonna erase some of these parts right here, add some black. So then that's basically it. So this is how you make a Valorant Gaming esports thumbnail. As you see here, the special effects at the end makes a big difference. But that's basically it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please let me know in the description down below. If you guys want another tutorial, let me know what kind of tutorial you guys want or whatever. Other guys, I'm gonna start streaming soon. Twitch.tv/playerpho. I don't know when, probably a few weeks, because I still need to get a new desk. But yeah, that's basically it. Out. Peace.